Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I will be doing a detailed comparison between the Samsung Odyssey G3 and the Samsung Odyssey G5. So get ready guys for the ultimate comparison to help you guys understand which monitor is best for you. First off guys, we're going to be testing out the monitor stands that come with the monitor. Over here is the Samsung Odyssey G5 stand. As you guys can see, there is no adjustability, which is pretty bad, but I mean the monitor makes up for it in a bunch of other ways. Over here is the Samsung Odyssey G3, which is a little bit cheaper, but the cost of some display quality, but the stand is adjustable and I really like how adjustable it is. As you guys can see, it can literally go up and down. It can tilt over here to the side. Just mind your cables, because my cables actually were cable managed and I had a little bit difficulty, but you're not going to tilt this a lot, and if you do, your cables will probably not be tucked in like mine. But you can also tilt this back like so if you don't want to read comments or something on it, and then you can also tilt it upwards or downwards like so for better viewing angles. It is $150 on Amazon right now, so make sure to get it down below on the link in the description if you guys are interested. This is the Samsung Odyssey G5. I will also link that down below. Over here you guys can see is the back of the monitors, and the G3 looks pretty good, the G5 as well, but I really like the design on the G3 a little bit more, but I really like the adjustability on the Samsung Odyssey G3 as well guys. I'm gonna be honest with you, but don't worry, because that is not all that's gonna be in this video. Okay guys, I'm going to explain to you guys why you might want to consider buying the G5 instead of the G3. So over here you guys can see is a detailed picture quality comparison. I just have a basic video over here and you guys can clearly see that the Samsung Odyssey G5 on the right side is a lot brighter and a lot more vibrant. Now if you guys want more natural colors, the Odyssey G3 is pretty good. I really like the G5. I really like the vibrant colors, to be honest with you guys, but it comes at a little bit more expensive of a price, so it's completely up to you guys which one you guys prefer. In this video you guys can see the quality clearly. Over here you guys can see is the two monitor side by side, and this is going to be the pros and the cons. 180 Hz and the price on the G3 is the main pros, and the pros on the G5 outweigh the pros on the G3. And you guys can also have a look over there at the 250 nits brightness on the G3, and the G5 has more brightness. But over here you guys can see we're gonna play a game, and this is the side-by-side comparison. I do have HDR enabled on the G5 because the G3 does not come with any HDR. So as you guys can see, the G5 really looks really crisp, very clear with the 1440p display while playing this game. This is a game from 2018, so it's not very new or anything. As you guys can see, this is where HDR shines in dark scenes like this. No HDR, you get darker scenes and you will not be able to see that well in the dark, of course, but it's a very minor detail considering the price difference, but it's up to you guys. Also, ignore the LED effect on the screen. That is just the camera effect on the Samsung Odyssey G3. I believe it's because it is a little bit of a cheaper VA panel, that's why it does that on the camera, but it won't look like that in person, do not worry guys. So we're just basically showing you guys the exact gaming experience you can expect. This is basically like a 60 FPS type of game, story game mostly. It's not really competitive. This is some more picture comparison between the two monitors to just show you guys what you guys think. Do you think the G5 looks better or the G3? Let me know in the comments guys, I would love to know your opinion. Over here I have a display FPS test on the G5. So you guys can see 165 FPS, which unfortunately this one doesn't support 180 Hz like the G3, but as you guys can see 165 Hz is already really smooth and you get a curved display on top of that. So not bad at all. I really like this display and it looks crisp with the 165 Hz. Over here we have the G3 with a little bit more of a bigger FPS difference. As you guys can see, there is a little bit of a, it looks like a little bit of ghosting. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, there seems to be a little bit of ghosting on the G3, which I did not notice at all on the G5, which is kind of weird because the G3 has a higher FPS rate, but we'll get into the ghosting test right now. This is the ghosting test for the Odyssey G3, and as you guys can see, there is no ghosting at all, or not that I can notice. If you guys notice any ghosting, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know that, but I do not see any ghosting on this display, guys. So we're gonna basically run this test for a little bit just to make absolutely sure that there is no ghosting. And as you guys can see, it looks pretty good. I mean, we're gonna compare the G3 to this ghosting test as well in a minute, so do not worry, guys. But I do not see any ghosting. I really love this effect, and 165 Hz seems to be more than efficient enough for no ghosting on this monitor with the 1 millisecond response time. But let's get into the G3. As you guys can see, we have that camera effect again. Don't worry, you won't see that in person, but if you point the camera to your monitor, you will see this. But guys, I do notice a little bit of ghosting. It's very not a very big deal, I would say. It's a very little amount. You'll probably not even notice it. But if you guys are a very technical person like me, I'm technical TOG, you guys will probably notice the ghosting just a little bit. But don't worry about that, guys. If you this price range is pretty good, the ghosting is not as bad as it was on previous models, so you guys will likely not notice it if you're just a casual gamer. Over here, you guys can see is another FPS test on the G5. You guys can see we have 165 Hz with 83 FPS and 41 FPS down below, and there is no ghosting at all, just with the sluggish 41 FPS, but that's one to be expected for such a low FPS. It's not really ghosting, it's just a lower frame rate. But I really think this monitor looks smooth. You guys can clearly see the difference between 83 FPS and 165. Over here we have the G3 again with 180 Hz on top and below 23 Hz. As you guys can see, there is still a little bit of ghosting, but not really that much. And this is mainly just for a FPS comparison, as you guys can see, between different FPS. So make sure to get a monitor that your PC will support, because 1440p on the G5 will be more intense to get than 180 Hz on the G3, because that's less graphical intensive. Over here we have some Fortnite on the G5 and Fortnite on the G3, and hopefully you guys enjoyed those fast comparisons. But yeah, this is basically how it looks, and you guys can see that camera effect again. But like I said, do not worry, you will not notice this in person. The G5 just has a little bit of a more expensive panel, so there is no camera effect if you point the camera to it. Up close maybe there will be, but I don't really notice anything. Maybe it's a larger pixel density, I really don't know. But guys, you cannot go wrong with like picture quality on the G5. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It honestly blows my mind how good this monitor looks when I play these games. Now, guys, both monitors are good, don't get me wrong. It's just basically catering to different people or different budgets. But I really prefer the G5. A lot of you guys probably think, but TOG, how's the editing on a curved screen? Isn't it weird? Well, no, guys, I'm actually editing this video right now on a curved monitor on the G5. And I'm telling you guys, it's not a problem. I really like it. It's not a problem at all. Don't think that it will make any difference. Over here you guys can see another little bit of a comparison, guys, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll link two videos up here on the left side and the right side, one for the unboxing and review of the G3, one for the unboxing and review of the G5. You guys can choose which one you guys want to go watch, and make sure to check it out down below on Amazon. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.